Welcome to another live stream watch-along reaction. Excuse me. Tonight we are watching Seattle Sounders FC versus Houston Dynamo FC in the MLS Cup 2024 Western Conference Quarterfinals Game 1. Still no away wins in this playoff set. Will it happen tonight? 10 Uncles, the referee tonight. Oh, great. Another horrible referee match. Seattle Sounders FC contra Houston Dynamo FC en la MLS Cup Playoffs Oeste Conferencia Cuartos de Final. Partido 1. We have the MLS Cup Playoffs. Yeah, they won. I still think NYCFC can win the series. Seattle wearing their home kits with the pinstripes. The rave green, olive drab, and teal. Houston wearing purple. Starting 11s are as follows. For Seattle Sounders, we are off. For Seattle Sounders, Stefan Fry. The back four, Nuhu Tolo, Jackson Reagan, Yamar Gomez Andrade, Alex Roldan. Midfield 2 of João Paulo and Christian Roldan. Midfield, attacking midfield 3 of Paul Rothrock, Albert Rusnak, Pedro de la Vega, and Jordan Morris up top. For Houston Dynamo, in goal, Steve Clark. The back four, Griffin Dorsey, Eric Svachenko, Mikhail, Franco Escobar, Hector Herrera, Artur. Attacking midfield 3 of Adalberto Carrasquilla, Amin Bassi, and Ibrahim Aliyu. Striker, Ezekiel Ponce. And we're off 41 seconds in. It's out for a corner. Excuse me. Corner for Houston. 1 minute in. Cross in. Header. Brought down. Clear away. Seattle versus Houston. Let's see if this goes to penalties. We haven't had a penalty shootout yet at all in the playoffs. Well, since the wild card, I should say. Nothing in this conference quarterfinal round. Outright. Yep. With 3 more to go, we haven't had penalties yet. I kind of hate that. I won't lie. 2 minutes in. 2021. I think this year could take a shot at that, but I think 2021, out of all the playoff years, 2021 was the best overall. 2020 was just, well, it sucked that Toronto lost to Nashville, but 2020 had some nice vibes, but it was also weird, you know? It felt weird, but it had nice vibes, but the matches were just, there were some cult classics there, but no. 2021's MLS playoffs, I think, were the best of this decade so far. 5 seasons through, of course. Halfway through it, I would have to say 2021. 2024 is shaping up to probably at least be right there, you know. I think 2024 is shaping up to be right there with 21 and maybe beating it, even without the upsets. But right now, without 24 being finished, I'd say 21, 23, 22, 20, well, 21, 23, 24, 22, 20. I think 20 was probably, well, of course you'd say that, even though you lost the cup final. 4th minute. 21 was something else. Last year's was great as well. That's without Miami, and 22 had the best final. Oh, yeah, 2022 had the best final for sure. But I think the playoffs going into that there were moments, but if it's about the final, oh yeah, 2022 for sure. Like 2021's MLS Cup final was nice. Columbus versus Seattle, I could give or take, but it had its moments. 2023 LAFC Columbus was a good final, but 2022, if it was about the final, yeah, it'd be 2022 for sure. I don't even think a Miami LA Galaxy final would overtake that. 2022's MLS Cup final is going to be the best one for a long time. Like the way that went down, there'll be nothing that beats that. But even with the final, I don't think 2022's playoffs, other than that, lived up to the final. The final really carries that playoffs, to be totally honest. If that final wasn't as crazy as it was, there's some 2010s playoffs that I would still put above 2020. Or 2022, I should say. If it won for that final. Mookie Betts with a floater, 3-0 Dodgers. 5 minutes in, 0-0. 0-0. Dodgers leading. Teoscar, there's 2 on, 1 out with Teoscar up. And Tommy Edmonds scored off the Mookie floater. Cleared away. Here comes the Sounders. Blocked. Did he block his own shot? Did a Sounder block their own shot? Shot saved by Steve Clark. Yep. Six minutes, corner. I'd say 23 and 21 were better than 22 and 20. Yeah. 2024 looks like it's going to be closer to 23 and 21 than 22 and 20, in my opinion. So far. Stefan Fry on the ball. Stoppage of play. Jackson Reagan's down. It's raining in Seattle. I'm not surprised. Seven minutes. 23 playoffs. Okay. Better than 21. Okay. Steelers in the red zone. I hope they get a touchdown. Let's go. Come on. Eighth minute. Lawrence Taylor on the Manning cast. That's nice. Eighth minute. Nuhu playing forward. Out for a throw. 0-0, 0-0. So, playing forward at 9th minute. Herrera. So, foul. Rothrock is down, holding his shoulder. That's not good. Paul Rothrock holding his shoulder. Free kick for Seattle. He's up. Good. Paul Rothrock is up. At least he's up. Free kick. Columbus or New York? I wonder. Real snack to take. Touchdown Steelers. Good. Cross in. Header. Side netting. Portland slopped their way through. It's not like LAFC did any better in 23. Portland at least scored the death and got it to PKs. Good point. Good point. Goal kick. Playing forward, Seattle attacking. $12 minutes. Nil-nil. 0-0. Bases loaded for the Dodgers, eh? Ben Olsen's second playoff appearance, second straight playoff appearance. I saw that, yeah. I saw the Hail Mary for sure, yeah. Jalen Daniels had a really good Hail Mary in that game. Good throw. Really good throw. You hate it for the Bears, but at least Daniels and Caleb Williams are doing good for both their teams. It was tight. None. I don't know how. I don't exactly know which. I don't exactly know what you could put on them. That the best season in the league. I guess you could call them a super team, but I don't understand how that's an asterisk. Still don't understand how that was an asterisk, but at least in this case, I think people would have to shut up about the Mickey Mouse ring, to be totally honest. That'd be the stupidest way to put it. That'd be a stupid way to put it. I don't understand why somebody would go. They still had the best record in the league. So. '15th minute, 0-0, 0-0. Unlike LAFC did in 2023. True. Header missed. Yanks might be cooked this series. I would agree. Hey, at least they got out of it, though. Still 3-0, but at least they got out of it, though. Shot saved. Touchdown overturned, 9-6 Steelers. Damn. Man, they're struggling. '18th minute. Yankees' biggest downfall this year is the fact that Stan and Soto carried this team in hitting. Yeah. Three lives tomorrow. Yeah. Crazy. Nil-nil. Pitching was only a Game 2 issue. Well, fair, but Yeah, but I think it's been an issue throughout. Nil nil, 20th minute. 0-0. Houston, tight game so far. How's Aaron Boone managed this series? I mean, definitely threw the momentum away. I wouldn't say he's been horrible besides putting in Cortez at the end of game 1. I can't blame him for anything else, but you throw the momentum away like that, it's kind of hard to come back in the series, even if it was only 1-0. You can't really. Oh, no. No. Why are you going to put in a guy who hasn't pitched for a month plus in a situation like that? No, I thought it was always going to be going. It would always be a go south type situation. Like, I get he's a good pitcher, but you can't do that. At least I don't think so. Houston ain't playing too badly. Yeah, but it always seemed to me like a blow the game type situation. Playing forward. Blocked. Shot over the bar for Seattle. Sami Zayn will be on SmackDown. That's good to hear. I think he's fantasy booking, but okay. 25th minute. '26th minute. This happened tonight. On Raw. Damn. Oh, yeah, it's Monday night. 26th minute. Damn, that does suck. '26th minute. Will JoJo become that guy? Depends. Playoff performer? I don't know. 0-0, 0-0. Cross in header. Honestly, that's a good comparison. '28th minute. Seattle. Houston ain't playing too badly. '29th minute, 0-0. Dave Roberts is a good manager. I could say it. I agree with that. I agree with that. Well, at least this year he is. I'll see it later, probably. After disappointing first match, hope this game is better. Go Dynamo. I agree with that, but they're playing pretty well. I agree with that. I think they're playing pretty well so far. I think they're playing pretty well so far, but Seattle doesn't look too good right now, honestly. My opinion. They look a bit questionable. 3rd and 1st for the Dodgers. Let's see the score. 3-0. With nothing, no out. Interesting. .32 minute, 0-0. Seattle attacking. Did Dodgers sweep the Yankees? At this point, I'd say yes. I don't know why they wouldn't at this point. Just saw a Black Friday commercial. It's about time. Thanksgiving is less than a month away, in America at least. They still have Black Friday in other countries. So, yeah, it sounds about right. It's about time to start Christmas shopping, putting up lights and things. Yeah. A little bit more grizzled, I'd say. Houston playing Ford. Did say the series would go 3. .34 minute. Dorsey. Attacking. Cleared out. Edmund reaches on a fielder's choice out. 1 out. Dodgers challenge out at the plate. Still 2 on, though. 34th minute. Well, they brought in Cortez. 2 on, 1 out. Cortez is in. What are you doing? Can't be worse than the first time. 35th minute. Bloodline reunited. Well, what'd you expect was going to happen? Like what? Roman wasn't going to come back and his... They say call in the field was upheld. How behind are you? 36-minute 0-0. Well, yeah. Because the new bloodline, honestly, doesn't have the charisma to carry it like Roman did. Like, I like Tama Tonga in the ring. I like Jacob Fatu in the ring. Solo, I could give or take, but they have no charisma. Once Roman and his side of the family get back into it and it gets more heated, I think we will have a better storyline. It'll be back. I don't know if it'll be peak again, but it'll be back. Nine Giants Steelers at half. Man, they both are struggling today. Both struggling. 37th minute. Getting into the 40th minute. Morris plays it forward. Here come Houston, which are attacking pretty damn well. They're attacking pretty damn well. Well, Houston and Seattle are defensive teams. The score doesn't surprise me. Agreed, but Seattle has their moments. World Series. Both games tonight were letdowns to a certain extent, in my opinion. Thirty-ninth minute. Christmas season, 4 days. Best season's coming. I still don't have my Christmas tree for my room yet. I don't have a Christmas tree in my own room, and I probably shouldn't. Full Charlie Brown, maybe. '40th minute. How'd you know? Well, I'm not the one who keeps the tree up in the living room, but how'd you know? Maple Leafs are ending the Jets' winning streak. Or the way they're actually winning? Wait, are they actually winning? You got to be kidding me. Oh my God, they are winning. It's a hunch. Well, you got it right. I mean, I wish that tree would come down, but it's been sitting up. It's been sitting up there for like 4 years. We moved that tree up there. It hasn't come down. What? Maybe it came down like once. Actually, no. It's got to be longer. I don't think it ever came down. Every year we say we're going to take it down. Then we don't. Think we may have to this time, but good hunch. Wow, Leafs winning 5-2. They struggled and they started winning against the Jets. This team. Man, this team is weird. Header, Ponce. '41st minute. Time for a culture change. This will be the time it gets taken down. It will. Not because we want to, because it probably has to. Max Pacioretty has 3 assists. Well, good for him. 42nd minute. The Toluca coach put the Mexican press in their place. The whole season they said Toluca will struggle without Paulinho. He said hopefully people don't say we depend on Canelo going forward after his hat trick. Hey, that's a smart shot. It's like, oh, okay. All right, cool. 42nd minute. Middle of the fourth, 3-0. They just threw away 2 on, 1 out. Middle of the fourth. 42nd minute. Houston, we have a problem. No, they're playing pretty well, I would say. I'd say they're playing pretty well. Yeah, I think y'all are going to get it this year. I have a hunch. I think it's going to be Toluca. I think they're actually going to get it this year. Well, the final's going to be Toluca Cruz Azul, that's for sure. That'll be an interesting final. I hope so. I plan on covering the final. I would hope Cruz Azul Toluca is the final. Good clearance by Houston, but ooh, that's not where you want it to go. Knew who. Well, Frock. It's going to be Pumas versus Cruz Azul. Possible. '44th minute. Hit that like button, get us one going. Pumas wins Liga MX, I agree, of course. Header. The final minute of the first half. Pumas' best season in years is 3 points ahead of the worst America in years. That is crazy. 1 minute of stoppage time. Think about it. But who's ahead, though? Televisa's dealing with problems. I don't think that's going to happen. 46 minute. Yankees got their first hit of the game. Finally for them. Two outs. Seconds to go before the half. Halftime, it's 0-0. Take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going. Settle with settle. Miro tiempo. We'll take a short break. That was boring. I agree. Another 45 to go. Then we review it. Then we have 3 streams tomorrow. With that being said, we'll take a short break. Be back for the stats at the half. Sit tight. 0-0. Settle with settle. Miro tiempo. Damn. Yeah. Crazy. Stats of the half, 44% possession to 56% possession. 5 shots to 2. 2 shots on goal to 0. 192 accurate passes, 84% to 256, 90%. 4 fouls to 9. 5 corners to 1. 5 shots to 2. 2 shots on goal to 0. 229 passes to 286, 84% pass accuracy to 90%. We got 6 throws to 4. 11 touches the opposition box to 6. 0 offside to 0. 0 yellow cards to 0. 0 red cards to 0. 0-0 at the half. Settle is settle. Honestly, even game. I'd say Houston's slightly better. I think Houston's played slightly better. They've quieted down Seattle. They've held possession. They've held some good possession in the final third. I'm surprised they haven't scored. For me, Houston's had their moments. But in the end, Seattle still has it tied, so that's good for them. But Houston's had moments, for sure. So we'll see how the second half goes. But right now, tight game where Houston looks like they might just be the slightly better team, in my opinion. Got him at the plate, unreal. 3-0. Oh, they're up. Okay, Freddie's on first. And Teoscar lined out. Okay, that was like out at home. Damn, Teoscar got him. Freddie on base, but there's 1 out. Muncy in play outs. Double play. Middle of the 5th. Because Freddie ain't running. He can't run right now. Damn. But they're okay right now, I would say. Well, waiting for the second half to start. Waiting for the second half to start. Hmm. 0-0, 0-0. Middle tiempo at the half. Damn. Mississippi Valley State and Florida State are the only 2 teams that have scored less than 21 in a football game this season. College football. Florida State sucks. The football team, of course. Ooh. To the 5th. Rizzo flat out. Oh, Brad Evans was signing things before the game for Seattle today. 2 more games Tuesday, 5:45, 7:50, just like today, plus, of course, the Intercontinental Cup later. Huh. Real Madrid, the Ballon d'Or no longer exists for us. They're that mad. They're that mad. Damn. They're really that mad. Real is so salty. Somebody somehow tie Lake in there as well. I got it. Real is so salty, I had to jump in the lake. Oh, we're talking about Madrid. My bad. We're talking about Madrid. My bad. We're talking about Madrid. My bad. I was thinking playoffs. I thought that was still pretty good. I don't care. Hit that like button. Let's get this one going. Madrid basically boycotted the whole thing, which I honestly don't get. It sounds political for sure. That's all I'll say on it. Well, I mean, when you realize your player was the most likely to win it, then at the last minute, it's like, oh, he didn't though. He didn't though. Bottom 5th. It's like the leak got him by, and then they confirmed it, and they're like, oh, they're going to do that to us? Screw you. Looks like this game's about to go to the 6th. Verdugo versus Bueller. I can't believe Bueller's pitched so well. I didn't expect it. He's had a really good game tonight. And he's lined out. So, end of the 5th, we go to the 6th. Interesting. 3-0 Dodgers to the top of the 6th. Pretty much halfway through. Well, if you think about it. Well, technically, though, it's always been this way. It's always been this way. If you win the World Cup and you're on the winning team, you're likely going to win the Ballon d'Or. It's always been this way. Same thing with the Euros or Copa. Now, when it's a Euros Copa year, it's more likely who won the UCL and what country were they from. Like if Vinicius, now, weirdly enough, if Vinicius won the Copa, yeah, he would have won Ballon d'Or. I believe it. He wasn't even close. Hell, if they made the Copa final, he probably would have won it. Wasn't even close. Wasn't even close. Now, Man City, you could arguably say if they didn't lose to Real Madrid, they would have won the UEFA Champions League. And Rodri played well at the Euros. Griezmann should have won 2018 then and not Modric. But I think the difference there is that Madrid won the UCL. Modric was a big part of that. Then he was third place in the World Cup, and he was the reason why Croatia was, well, my bad, in the final. 22 was third place. They were in the final. He was a big reason they were in the final, and he won the UCL. And he was a big reason that Madrid won the UCL. I think that was a different situation. That's why I said Bellingham might have a better chance to truly win the Ballon d'Or than Vinicius, because at least he made the final of the Euros. And you could arguably say he carried England there. I think he did. So, technically, that's the Modric type situation. Exactly. He should be more like Modric. Bellingham won the UCL and then got England to the Euros final when nobody expected them to do it. But when people were saying Vinny was going to win it, I was like, that makes no sense. I don't care. That makes no sense. And we're off in the second half. That makes no sense to me because Vinicius, he couldn't even make the Copa final. And arguably, in my opinion, I don't think he did score in the UCL final, but I don't exactly think he was the reason they won the UCL. Madrid did. I don't. I thought it was more Bellingham. I felt like it was more Bellingham, more Joselu, Modric, Kroos. I wouldn't put Vinny that high. He had his moments, but I wouldn't put him that high. Exactly. So it should have been Bellingham. I don't disagree there, but why are we mad for Vinicius? That's the question, is why are we mad that it's Vinicius that got snubbed, not Bellingham? I feel like we're mad for the wrong guy. Bellingham got snubbed. I will agree there, 100%. Vinicius, though? 46th minute. I don't know. Playing forward Aliyu for Houston. Aliyu with a shot goes wide. Will Smith lined out to Volpe. Gavin Lux versus Cousins. You know, it's funny. Jake Cousins is Kirk Cousins' cousin. No joke. 47th minute. No joke. Vinny hat-trick, Supercopa España in January. Knockout stages, scored each round, gave assists, goal in the final. I still believe that if Bellingham didn't go to Madrid, they wouldn't have won the UCL. To be honest. As I said, had his moments, but I really believe that Bellingham being at Madrid was the reason. Truly. Bellingham's the type of move that makes your team buzzsaw. Mbappe's the type of move that you'd think it would. Shot wide. It doesn't, though. Who made that? Bellingham carried Madrid the first half. Second half was Vinny. Fair. 48th minute. Houston started the second half really well. I have to agree. Somebody just showed one of the guys in the VAR room for the Arsenal-Liverpool game, his FPL up on his phone. This is corruption. That is pretty crazy. Cross blocked away. Steve Clark makes the save on the doorstep, but that should be a corner. That should be a corner. 0-0, 0-0. Well, there you go. The one Messi won the 2010 Ballon d'Or when Iniesta should have won it. Honestly, I don't know the ins and outs of that vote. The Maple Leafs might actually choke. Of course. Of course. Why am I not surprised? 5-4, 3 minutes left in the third period, of course. Of course they are. It's 5-4. I know, I just looked. 49th minute. Lol. I don't know why the Leafs are choking. Well, they always do. Who am I kidding? This is not different at all. 2 goals. Oh, wait, no. 4 unanswered. Wait. They scored their other 3 in the second period, but was it 4 unanswered? Might as well be. 50th minute. Might as well be. Let's see. Here we go. Well, no. That'll do. That's classic Leafs. Schneider won the treble in final with Netherlands. Iniesta and Schneider had arguments to win it before Messi in 2010. Well, then again, I guess he should have won it. I guess Iniesta should have won it then, but... So, here we go. Toronto, 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 Toronto. Winnipeg, Winnipeg, Toronto, Winnipeg, Winnipeg. So 2 unanswered goals after the 5th goal. Scheifele and Kyle Connor. John Tavares made it 5. Kyle Connor got a hat trick. Substitutions for Seattle, 51st minute. Georgie coming on. 4-0 Dodgers. Hernandez singled. Gavin Lux scored off the single. Top of the 6th, they score another run. 4-0. Jordan Morris has gone down, and he's probably off. Injured. Looks like it, at least. Kyle Connor scoring a hat trick doesn't surprise me. Please don't blow this. Kyle Connor is one of the most underrated goal scorers in the league, though. So, for the past couple of years, that's true. Drop ball for Fry. Drop ball for Stephen Fry. Or Steve Clark, my bad. For Steve Clark. Rui Diaz is on. Yes. Rui Diaz is on and Georgie is. Interesting. Rock. 53rd minute. Nil, settle. This looks like it's going to go to penalties. We might have our first penalty shootout of the first round. Conference quarterfinals, as this is going. See where we are. 1 minute left in the third period for the Leafs. Man, if they blow this. 1 minute left. 53rd minute. How in the world do the Yankees get past these teams when they're sucking? Because they went through the AL Central. They went through the AL Central. I like the Detroit Tigers. I like the way they play. They were never getting past the Guardians. I like the Royals. I think the Royals have a good young team. They were never getting past the Yankees. The Cleveland Guardians, they tried. They fought. They were never going to beat the Yankees. The Dodgers, the Yankees got through 2 fraud teams with a bye. They didn't have to play the Astros. I think not the Dodgers. I think the Tigers would have done better than the Royals or Guardians. But even then, it still would have been, we saw Tyreek Skubal fell off in that final ALDS game. So who's to say it was coming? Who's to say, even if he didn't, it probably was coming. So Yankees were going to cruise to the World Series with the path they got. It was always, you wanted to see them choke because it would have been funny. They weren't, though. The Dodgers are actually a real team, and they're a buzzsaw. I don't think getting swept, the Mets did do better against the Dodgers, but getting swept by the Dodgers isn't really embarrassing comparatively. Honestly, at this point, yes. Probably because he's more of a younger player anyway. They sort of snub younger players for older ones. Big buzzsaw. Big buzzsaw. Big drama show. The Ballon d'Or is Messi. Sometimes they take individual stats. 2012, Messi won nothing but scored 91 goals in a calendar year and won it. Others is World Cup. Others is Trophy for Club. Well, let's just be clear here. When you score 91 goals in 1 year, I hate to tell you, not many people do that. That is best player in the world. Like, you're picking the craziest stat just to be like, oh, it's just about individual stats, and you're picking the one that nobody else would ever do. Even Erling Haaland probably wouldn't do that. Cross in. Shot. Oh, missed by George. Nope, Yamar, and I think George tried to get a foot to it. See, here's the thing. You picked a stat that not even Erling Haaland would do. It's like 91 goals. That's 46 goals in one half of the year, and then 45 in the other for both club and country. Yeah. Hate to tell you, it's going to be hard to do for others. I think Bellingham got robbed more than Vinny, in my opinion. Exactly. Corner for Rusnak. Yeah, but Messi wasn't going to lose the Ballon d'Or after winning the World Cup that he's been waiting his whole career for. You could have, of course, you could have made an argument for Haaland, but if you thought Messi was going to lose, I got a bridge to sell you. 57th minute. Header missed. I have a bridge to sell you. 57th minute. How many more games to the MLS final? That'll be 2 for the match ones, a best of 3, 8 game 2s. We don't know how many game 3s there'll be in this round. So 8, 9, 10. I'm just going to say 13 left in the first round. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 games to the MLS Cup final, give or take. Touchdown Steelers off the punt. That's exactly what they do. Give or take about 19 games. They play Renegade? Did they play Renegade before Pittsburgh got the defensive touchdown? Just a hunch. 58th minute. This is a game, if there's a split series, if one team wins one, then another team wins game 2. Yeah, they go to a game 3. They don't have to, it's a series. So if there's 2 wins before game 3, the series is over. If it's 1-1 over the first 2 matches, no, but I wish they would. No, but I wish they would. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it. 58th minute. At least to help decide the what is it called? The first round and wild card. But there's 2 games tomorrow. Then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there's 8 game 2s. If there's any game 3s, they'll be played the weekend after next. But I'd say about 3. So 13 left in the first round. No, I did. I praised him. I praised him for what his season that he's had. Because he had a good season. You weren't dreaming. I say what I see, and he's had a good season. They've given him the players he needs, the players who actually can play his system, and Colorado actually wants him to succeed. I don't think Toronto ever wanted him to succeed. I think he got screwed. His tactics aren't bad. It's the fact the front office screwed him and gave him players who couldn't play his system. It's a wonder that when Toronto beat Leon, guess what? They were playing TFC2 kids more or less, who can run their asses off. They may not be good players, but they can run their asses off. Then they won that tie. The more the actual players in that team came back, they got worse and worse. The reason they pulled the trigger so early is I think they told him, playoffs or you're out, because I think they always wanted Bob Bradley. I think they always wanted Bob Bradley at the time. And they knew his 2021 contract was the last year on that LAFC contract. I think they wanted him the whole time. So they told Armas playoffs are out. They couldn't pull back on that promise, but they bent him over a barrel so much that he couldn't make it. The fact that Javier Perez had a pretty good run to start off his interim run was a pretty, which is normal for a new manager bounce, but you know what I mean. It was good. $16-9 Pittsburgh. Cucho, biggest surprise MLS player or team? Biggest surprise team? Charlotte? Minnesota? Colorado. Yeah, Colorado's the biggest surprise team, I think. The season that they had, the fact they won to third place at Leagues Cup, Colorado. Player? Paul Rothrock. Well, not for me, but for you, yes. I thought Paul Rothrock was always going to be a great MLS player. I always thought he was going to be a great player. I always thought he had the talent. But nobody else saw it but me. So, yeah, Paul Rothrock. Yeah. Best defender? I would say damn. Trying to see. I mean, Jordi Alba, if we're talking about defensively and offensively, the best stats, Jordi Alba. Best defensive player? Can't really go with Alonso Cuello or Davy Flores, but I don't think it was their fault. I think tactically they're sound. Can't really go with anybody on Miami but Jordi Alba. I would have to go with no. Wouldn't give Chiberco. No. Wouldn't give it to Camacho either. I think we just got to go with Jordi Alba there. Yeah. They're trying, but I don't think they're going to get him. Yep. No. Aaron Long. Yeah. Always a shout, though. Does Fidalgo ever go to MLS? No. He wants to go back to Europe. I don't know if he will, but he wants to go back to Europe. Bottom 6, 4-0, 2 out, 2 on. Vezia versus Chisholm. Well, they took out Bruce Dark Gratterall. 64th minute. How long did Girault go? Bruzdar Girault went 0.2, 2/3 innings. Vezia, so he got 2 of the outs, but then he put 2 on, I'm guessing. Does Fidalgo play for El Tri? No. Besides, I don't think, is he? I don't think he's Mexican. I think he's Uruguayan, isn't he? Or is he Spanish? He's not Mexican. Not by birth. He's Spanish. I don't think he's been in Mexico long enough. Possible red card. A possible red card. For, I'm not sure who it's for. Fidalgo's from Spain. Yeah. How many more seasons does Messi play? 2. I think 2 or 3. He'll play past the World Cup. Does Ronaldo ever play in MLS? No. No. I'm not sure who that's going to. It looks crazy. Thoughts on Starry Cranberry? I haven't had it. Haven't had Sprite either. Houston going to win now? They've been playing really well tonight. They could. But if they're up a man, I think they will, whether it's on regular time or penalties. I'm not sure who the card's going to. Like, is it Rusnak? Or is it, it's not Hector because he's not looking at him. It's not Carrasquilla either. It's got to be Rusnak. Saturday. Red card is the decision. No, it's Adalberto Carrasquilla. Red card for Houston. No, I don't know. The CONCACAF Player of the Year is sent off. The CONCACAF Player of the Year is sent off. I wasn't thinking Carrasquilla. I could tell you that much for the red card. I wasn't thinking of that. I wasn't thinking of him getting the red card. Houston playing with 10 men. Ooh, that's not good. Can they hold on is the question. Can they hold on for penalties? That's not where my mind was going. Carrasquilla gets a red card. That's not where my mind was going. I've been to a hockey game. They were both comp tickets. They were both box seat tickets. But I went to Blues Blackhawks in 2013 and Leafs Blues in 2019, December of 2019. But they were both comp tickets. But they were awesome seats. One was in the suite. One was in seats that were lower, but they had a club section to them, which was the Leafs game, that was pretty nice. And it was a pretty good sideline as well. Center ice at Scott Trade Center. That was a pretty good game. Leafs won, too. So I've been to a Blues game for the Blues and against the Blues. Yep. But I'll be live for the MLS games. But Thursday and Friday, I'll be live for Caribbean Cup and Central American Cup. Don't worry. And no, it's a play-in tomorrow. Alajuelense plays a semifinal on Wednesday, live. Herediano Esteli plays on Thursday, live. Yeah. Honestly, nobody. Not right now. 67th minute. Wouldn't. If it's they haven't really. We'll see. I don't think you should. I don't think you should. I think it's a risky bet to do with only like 23 minutes left. That's risky. I think rightfully so. Won the Euros. I mean, Bellingham got snubbed, but over Vinicius, I'm not. If we're going to frame it as Vinicius got robbed, I don't think Rodri wrongfully won. If we're going to frame it as Bellingham got robbed, yes. We could have an argument about that, which we already did. Sounds like they are. Nice. River and Boca are taking Gago debuts with a loss. Boca fans are fighting each other. That sounds about normal. Christian Oliveira to Toluca. Oh, he's leaving LAFC in the offseason to Toluca. It was on paper. Oh, right. Yeah, my bad. See, that's what, because it was going to happen in the offseason. I'm like, oh, good point. They wouldn't get him in the summer. They couldn't get him in the summer. So they moved it to the offseason, but he's going to leave after MLS Cup. So he'll be there in January. But that's a good move. That's a good move. Yanks come up empty again. That's a good move, though. Exactly. But Toluca getting him for January, that's a good move. And if they need revenge on Cruz Azul, that might be the guy to start giving it. I don't blame him. I don't have a problem with gambling, but sometimes it's stupid. Doing a live bet with 20 minutes left when Seattle weren't great anyway, just because they're up a man. And I don't know if the bet counts if penalties, Seattle wins in penalties. I'm not sure how he bets. I'm not sure what the bet situation is. I'm just saying be smart. If you're going to bet, like I'd rather bet on a clean game. But if I lost, I said I would pick Seattle to win a game, and I lost because they won on penalties, but they didn't win outright. But I bet cleanly throughout the whole game, I'm not as mad about it. But if I bet now with 20 minutes left because they're up a man, even though they haven't really dominated anyway, all likelihood they should score a goal in the next 20 minutes and not go to penalties. All likelihood, yes, but sometimes that doesn't work out. I'm encouraging being smart. I'm not discouraging gambling. I'm okay with it. Hell, I'll do it here and there. But what I will say is I discourage stupid. I discourage stupid. And maybe desperation as well. I discourage both. Does Levas win its league? LAFC? I don't think Miami wins. That's just wrong. That's not right. That's not right. If you win, see, here's the quandary on that. If you win, you could buy her a better present. If you lose, she's going to be sad on her birthday. I don't know if that's a good trade-off. Like if I'm going to bet, which I wouldn't, you got to be down bad to do that. But if I was going to bet birthday money for my future kids, I would bet it on something I know I'm going to win, which probably doesn't help me get more money to get them. Just make the money. Bossy offer Kowalczyk, in my opinion. Does this go straight to penalties? Yes, if it's tied after 90 in stoppage time. Still could buy something. Still could buy something. In my opinion. Birthday money is low. It's going to be lower if he loses the bet. Yeah, we need a striker. And honestly, he can't be worse than a Wusu. Can't be worse than a Wusu, can he? I take a Henry Martin impersonator at this point. Shot over the bar. No problem. Exactly. Exactly. If you're going to bet money that should be used on your kids or waste money that should be used on your kids for something else, you're wrong. You're just wrong. It's like an airplane. It's like an airplane. When the masks come down on an airplane, you help the person next to you. Normally, if you have kids, that's your kids. They don't know how to put on an air mask. You help your kids get the mask on first, and then you put yours on. That's always been the line. When your boat is sinking and you go on a life raft, it's women and children first. Like, I get if it's not your kid or you don't have any, I get it. I get it. If it's not your kid or you don't have any. Oh, I got that flipped. I could have sworn. I must have. Man, I've watched enough airplane safety videos randomly. Why the hell did I flip that if I did? My bad. But boats, it's women and children first. I know that for sure. Why did I flip that? Point being, whether I flip that or not, if it's your kid, your kid eats first. Like if you're poor and all you can do is provide for your kid and you have nothing for you, you provide for your kid. Simple. 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 That's my opinion. Now, I mean, some people won't do that. Some people don't really care. Some people really don't care about their children's. Hey, if they, the only way I would do that is if my kid tells me, you know what, my future kid tells me, you know what, like I would only go to college if I got a scholarship or something because it's a scam. Be like, what if I bet your college fund and got you the money to go to a better college? That sounds fun. Okay, if that's what you want to do. If that's what you want to do, if you want me to bet it, I'll bet it. You're right, college is a scam. It's probably better to bet this money. Kid says, what's mom going to think about this? I'll be like, I'll talk. Well, okay, before I do it, I'll talk. Yeah. I'll talk. Yeah. I'll discuss it. She knows how I feel about college. She knows how I feel about the government. She knows how I feel about scams. To me, if you're not going to be, yeah, honestly, you're right. To me, if you're not going to be a doctor or a lawyer or a teacher, there's no reason. Like, to me, a lot of the things you could get a degree for, in my opinion, don't pay you back the right rate of investment, or not right, but rate of investment, return on investment. If you're a doctor, you're still going to have a lot of student loans. If you're a lawyer, you're going to still have a lot of student loans. And the problem with that is there's more school, but you're going to make a lot of money to help pay off those student loans more and better and quicker if you are a doctor or a lawyer. Teacher, you have to go to college for that. It doesn't pay you as much, which is just screwed up in general. Teachers should be paid way more for the shit that they get put through. They need to be paid way more. Way more. Hell, sports players don't even need to go to college anymore. Let's just be honest. Like, they go to college because they do. But the ones who make it, but still. Like, NIL basically made college sports. Not college sports. 78th minute. So, I mean, to me, unless you're a doctor, lawyer, or teacher, college is a scam. Like, if you're doing freaking gender studies or liberal arts, you just got scammed. You may feel better about yourself, but you just got scammed. History, I love history. I can learn anything about history that I want in my own time. I don't need to go to college to learn history. War history, Roman history, no. Weather. I learned everything I know about meteorology by myself when I was like 5, 6, 7 years old. Okay? Here's the thing that I wish. That if you learn stuff on your own, you could take a competency test to be in that field. In my opinion, that should be allowed. That should be a thing. Ball cleared away by Houston, 79th minute. Why that's not a thing? We take competency tests to have a driver's license. So why not, if you have the initiative to learn things on your own, why not be able to take a competency test and save money and take a competency test to be in that field? Like doctor, that's hard to learn on your own. Dentistry, that's hard to learn on your own. How to teach, that's hard to learn on your own. Lawyer, I think that's one you can learn on your own. Learn how to be a lawyer. To be a lawyer, you could probably pull a Mike Ross, and that would be fine. They made a show about it. Mike Ross didn't go to effing Harvard. There are people like that. Lawyers, you have to go to college to be a lawyer. But should you, though? People can learn that on their own. I mean, Suits wasn't... Hell, there was a guy in Africa who did actually were Mike Ross. Pulled a Mike Ross. So, in my opinion, if they know their shit, they're, I don't know about cheap, but if they know their shit, do I care? Do I care? Do I care? No. Header. Well, that's just dumb. But if you study the bar exam, if you study the bar handbook, you know, 81st minute. Exactly. I love Suits. I really do. Went to college for trying to study sports management and music, and these fucks still had me doing reading, writing, and math and all this other bullshit that had nothing to do with sports and music at all. And that's also a problem. See, what they should let you do is take the courses that matter to your major. See, that also would make me feel a little bit like, okay, I don't have, well, it depends on what, right, but I don't have to take freaking calculus because I know I would damn near fail that shit. I don't want to do algebra again. I don't want to do calculus again. Fuck out of here with that. That also is a part of it. Fuck out of here with that. I don't know how I was in advanced math classes in high school for grade 10, 11, and 12. I don't know. Fuck out of here with that shit, though. I don't want to do it again. I don't know how I made it. I don't know. I'm so horrible at math. I don't know how I made it. Fuck out of here. Just let me do what I need. Let me do what I need. That's also a problem. I think we could shave some money off those student loans if you just let me do what I need. It would only take, by the way, it will only take 2 years. The college system is just screwed anyway in general, but, you know. I did calculus 3. I would die. I would die. I had to do calculus 3. I would die. Juan Soto's a Met. No, he's a Blue Jay. He's a Blue Jay. Come on now, he's a Blue Jay. And Teoscar's a Blue Jay too. I don't know. I don't know. See, there's a reason why I took all these easy classes. Everything was an easy class to me. But besides math in high school, I took easy classes. I just took easy classes. For me, I did Microsoft Office applications. Then I did advanced applications, Word and PowerPoint. That was senior year, grade 12. Grade 11, I did Excel and Access. I'm certified in Word and Excel. Like, I'm a Microsoft Office specialist in Word and Excel. No joke. Those were also dual credits, but no joke. I thought discrete math was more difficult. I don't even know what the hell that is. I don't even know what the hell that is. Nothing. Nothing. 84th minute. I mean, personal finance is probably the only useful thing that they taught us. Nothing. A little bit. A little bit. I learned algebra during freshman year. You want to know something, bro? I haven't done algebra a single time ever since, bro. From freshman year all the way to today, not once. Well, they give you harder math classes. But see, when I was in high school, I did Algebra 1 freshman year, regular Algebra 1, grade 9, grade 10. I did advanced geometry, which I thought I'd be better at, but it was a little bit better. No, actually, no. Grade 10 was accelerated Algebra 1. So I had to take another Algebra 1 course. Grade 11 was advanced geometry. Grade 12 was advanced Algebra 2. Man, advanced Algebra 2 was a struggle. I don't know. See, here's the problem with that. They don't teach us. Now, I did. When I was in high school, my junior year, they made us do personal finance one of those 2 years. And I love that. That actually helps. Teach you how to do your taxes, do a W-2, fill out a check, all that type of stuff. Loans, Social Security, apply for a credit card, how to balance a ledger. I don't know how many people learn that. Yes. 23-15 Steelers. 2010. No. Grade 6. So 2012. The second half of 2012. Yeah. Second half of 2012. I think that's also when I started wearing my back brace for scoliosis, I think. So, yeah. 86 minute. My country weren't taught any of that. Damn. But yep. But here's the thing about taxes that, you know what? I love this idea. Tariffs instead of income taxes. Get rid of the income taxes and pay for the government from tariffs. I love that. Based. I love that. That's based. I never thought of that, actually. I never thought of that, but that's based. I never thought of letting your government be paid for by tariffs on trade. I never thought of that. Brings jobs back to the USA and no more income tax. I love that. I love that. Based. When somebody steps on your first blade of grass in your lawn, so you shoot them with a cruise missile because they violated the NAP. Wonder how many Rangers fans wear Tim's to home New York games. I don't know. 88th minute, 0-0. Looks like we're going to a penalty shootout. It's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. Oh, the Leafs won 6-4. Thank God. Kirk Cousins owns the Bucks. I hate to tell you. Yeah. Here's the problem. They lost Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. That's a problem. Leafs won 6-4. I do vote. Yes. I voted. The first time was the midterms in 2018. I voted in 2018 for the primaries and the midterms, then the midterms. I voted municipals in 2019, 2020, I voted primary and general for the presidential election. 2021 municipals, yeah. 2022, I voted municipals. Was it? Actually, no, maybe it was 23. 22, I voted for midterms, primary, general. I voted in the primary of 24, and I'm going to vote in the general. I vote for somebody my age, I vote every time, which is weird. And even weirder is I'm more libertarian, but I vote I've never missed a vote, whether it's local, state, or federal. I've never missed a vote since I was able to vote. I've never, primary or general, I've never missed one. So, you know, which is weird for somebody my age, and also where I lean. Like, in theory, I should be my age group and where I lean should be a low propensity voter. But I met Lee Stempniak once. So when I was in grade 2, there was a blues reading event. And Lee Stempniak came to my elementary school before he was traded to the Leafs. And I'm a Leafs fan as well as a Blues fan, but I was a Leafs fan first, always was, but I was wearing a Blues sweater that day. I regret that. I should have wore a Leafs sweater. But this was 3 months before he got traded to the Leafs. I met Lee Stempniak 3 months before he got traded to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Man, I really wanted that trade to work out. One, because I'm a Leafs fan. Second of all, I met the dude. I really wanted Lee Stempniak to be good for the Leafs. He wasn't. He wasn't. No. No joke. I should have worn a Leafs. I look back at it. I should have worn a Leafs sweater. I should have worn a Leafs sweater that day. And been like, hey, who knows? Maybe it'll be a Leaf in a couple of months. I look back on it. I'm like, damn, that was a missed opportunity. I love hockey. What can I say? I do like the Blues. Not as much as I do the Leafs, but I do like the Blues. Who knows? Maybe it'll be a Leaf in a couple of months. That's hindsight, though. That's hindsight, though. But that was some. So that was grade 2. 3 months before Lee Stempniak became a Toronto Maple Leaf. 12 minutes of stoppage time, dear Lord. I was at a Leafs game in Pittsburgh once. That would be interesting. I'm not surprised. Actually, I'm a little bit surprised. I mean, I know Leafs fans travel well, but I know Pittsburgh's a pretty proud fan base. That would be kind of cool, though, to go to a Leafs game in Pittsburgh wearing a Leafs sweater, and then the person next to me is wearing a Pittsburgh Penguins sweater. If we win, I'm trolling. See ya. If we win, I'm trolling. I don't mind the Penguins winning. Unless it's against the Leafs. Well, no. I don't know. Blues, we haven't got there yet. We'll see what happens there. Blues versus Penguins. We'll see what happens there. But I don't know if I care that much. Maybe I'll just enjoy the game as it is. I don't know if I'll care that much. Do I want the Blues to win, or I don't know. I don't know if it's that even or that opposite or that obvious of who I'm rooting for. Now, Leafs, on the other hand, of course, it's the Dodgers era. Yeah, when you lose Teoscar Hernandez. When the Jays have Soto and Teoscar and you have Shohei Ohtani, yeah, try me. Yeah, try me. Yeah, that's probably punched away. Pretty even game. Of course it is. Venture capitalist in the house. Anarcho-capitalist. Paul Rothrock for Denny Musovsky is the sub. Yeah, all that hype and it's a sweep. All that hype and it's a Dodgers sweep. Did you see him wrestling a bear? Did you see him wrestling a bear? 4-0, bottom of the 7th. Did you see him wrestle a bear? 94th minute. Daniel Hudson? When the hell did he go to the Dodgers? Been there for 3 years. Well, there you go. Yeah, well, 94th minute. Speaking of, I should check that. Storm Prediction Center. What's the severe weather looking like on Wednesday? Oh, we are under a marginal. Well, there you go. Interesting. Nothing on Thursday, though, which is weird. Don't have elevated fire danger. Okay. '95th minute. Almost halfway through stoppage time. '96th minute. Yeah. Halfway through stoppage time, we got penalties, most likely. 6-0 against the Oilers. Jesus Christ. Columbus beating the Oilers 6-0. Holy crap. Holy crap. Lord have mercy. Yankees are jobbing right now. No extra time, no. Straight to penalties in the first round. Latif blessing us off for Daniel Steres. He just came on. I mean, they don't look too bad. I need a Leaf sweater. Might as well. They don't look too bad. Hockey sweaters are way too expensive, though, I swear. Corner for Seattle. Header. 26-15 Steelers. Let's go. Love it. 98th minute. I love it. Austin Wells called out on strikes. Anthony Bonda came in for the Dodgers. Bottom of the 7th, 2 out, 1 on. 2 more after this. Pray for May. Yeah, he got hurt. Hate to see it. 102 minutes of stoppage will be where stoppage time ends, and it looks like we're going to go to penalty. Bonda's about to walk Verdugo. Walked Verdugo. 99th minute. 2 on, 2 out. Header. Save. Oh, Roldan thinks that might be a handball. No penalty. Or is it? Handball. If it's a throwback. Let's see what they say. Handball off the hand. Is that actually, did they call it already? Off the hand, off the chest, and off the hand. It rolls down his arm. It runs down Mikhail's arm. Is that a penalty? Ball in the dirt, 1-1. It looks like it is called a penalty. Seattle may just win this game late. Looks like they're going to win this game late. Wow. Handball off Mikhail. Yep. Looks like we're going to see the penalty. Come on, Seattle, says soccer guy. I say Houston. Houston. '90 into the 100th minute. We have 2 minutes left of stoppage time, but they'll probably add a little bit more on. Oh, yeah, right. You're a Dallas fan. Steve Clark ain't happy about it. Yankee fans have flipped their hats inside out and put them on their head inside out. 1-2. That's Gleyber Torres. Oh, that's always what it was going to be. Eric Spachenko. Ball in the dirt. There was a foul ball. Still 1-2. Now it's 2-2. Rui Diaz to take the penalty. I consider Seattle a rival team during playoffs. They're going to VAR. Why the chicken cross the road? To get to its house or something like that. I don't know. To get to its house? I mean, I don't know why they're so much time. It is the end of the inning. Gleyber Torres striked out. Top of the 8th. 2 more. He wanted to visit me. Better than Risklander's jokes. Lamau. Lil Zolmaga. Or something like that. I mean, that is a handball. I mean, it came off his chest and down his arm. I mean, that, if you're going to call the handball last night as a handball, that's a handball. In my opinion. Either way, like if you're going to call somebody pulling their hand back and it's still hitting his hand, that's a handball. Like, if you're going to call that on, if you're going to call that on Vancouver, on Tristan Blackman, this is a penalty. If it's not, that's horrible. No penalty. Drop ball. No penalty. So you're telling me, a guy who's pulling his hand back, trying to pull his hand back away from the ball, as it's trying to block him. Yeah, but that's the same exact situation as Tristan Blackman last night. He's pulling his hand away from the ball. It still hits his hand. He's not going towards it. To me, that's not a penalty. If you're pulling your hand away and it hits it incidentally, that's not a handball. So, but Mikhail didn't move anything. It hits his chest and rolls down his arm. Move, and his hands were out. That's worse than pulling your hand back and trying to contort your body to get your hand away from the ball and it still incidentally hits your hand. So if Tristan Blackman's a handball, that's more of a handball. That should be a pen, in my opinion. I mean, Steve Clark's still going to have to face penalties anyway, but just in a couple of minutes. But that's a penalty. Seattle isn't as good as we think. But to me, no penalty for Seattle. McHale's handball is no penalty. Offside. I didn't see that one. The one last night for LAFC versus Vancouver. Tristan Blackman is at the center of the box. The ball bounces to him. He's turning his hand away as the ball's getting back to him, trying to contort his body so the ball hits his chest and get away and get cleared, but it hits his hand. (26-18) Steelers. I'll check it out. If you're pulling your hand away, I don't think that's a penalty. I think that's incidental. It's incidental contact. You can't call that. He's contorted his body to pull away from it. I don't think it is, in my opinion. Throw in for Seattle, and stoppage time is still going. They've damn near played a half of extra time out of this stoppage time. Full time. We're going to penalties. Full time is 0-0. 0-0 esta noche. First penalty shootout of the conference quarterfinals. But Seattle versus Dallas was a big penalty shootout situation as well last year. Kind of feels like the same. All right, here we go. We got the shootout. I still have Seattle, in my opinion. Steve Clark doing a Steve Clark. I've seen that before. But we'll be back for the shootout. Sit tight. We'll be back. Here we go. We're back for the penalties. How you change the Yankees after this World Series? You know, I'm not sure. I mean, yeah, keep Soto, but that's not a change. I don't know. They'll probably get rid of Marcus Stroman just because it looks like the Dynamo are going to kick first. It's like the Dynamo are going to kick first. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Dynamo to kick first. Don't think there's really much you could change. All right. No, it is the Dynamo going. It is the Dynamo going first. They're bringing the ball. The winner of this takes the lead the series. It's going to be Ezequiel Ponce to start. Ezequiel Ponce for Houston Dynamo to take the first penalty. Their summer signing. Striker. Ezequiel Ponce. Versus Seattle and Stephen Fry. Stephen Fry's won playoff shootouts before. I remember them well. Ponce versus Fry. Ponce to make the run. Takes a shot. Oh, just under Fry. Lasers in. 1-0. Or 0-1. 0-1. Ponce opens the scoring. Boom. Just under. Lays it past him. Raul Ruiz. Raul Ruiz for Seattle. For Steve Clark. Let's see. Steve Clark versus Raul Ruiz. Ruiz. Shot. Goal. Sends Clark the wrong way. 1-1. 1-1. Just absolutely outfoxed him there. Ruiz scores. Y'all hating on Houston. I'm not. I'd rather see Houston win. I think it'll be closer, but without Mihailovic, I think that's a problem. I think they're going to be in a bad position without Mihailovic. Panenka. Yeah, he did. Panenka. Griffin Dorsey for Houston. Griffin Dorsey versus Stephen Fry, the former Toronto FC man, versus Stephen Fry. They both used to play for Toronto. Hold on. They used to both play for Toronto. Which one will get the better of the other? Oh, yeah, right. They both used to play for Toronto. I was like, wait, whoa. One's really made Toronto pay, one hasn't. That's the difference. Griffin Dorsey with a short run up and rolls it in. 2-1. 1-2. 2-1. There you go. They both played Toronto. They both played for Toronto. One's just really made them pay for letting him go. The one has never really had a chance. Yeah, he was drafted by Toronto, and he was there until 2022. Albert Rusnak. He barely played. That's why you don't remember, but he was drafted by Toronto. And then Stephen Fry was their keeper for a while. Albert Rusnak, short run-up goal, 2-2. 2-2. This is going to go forever. This is going to go forever till the heat death of the universe. 2-2. Well, I don't even know. Whatever. Maybe. Albert Rusnak, tie game, 2-2. 2-2. Eric Spachenko for Houston. No, wait. No, that's not Eric Spachenko. That's Sebastian Kowalczyk. My bad. Sebastian Kowalczyk. Sebastian Kowalczyk scores 3-2. Two to 3, 2-3. It's the other one with a Nordic name. Or Polish, my bad. Polish name. Jackson Reagan. But it is 3-2 or 2-3. Jackson Reagan to tie it up. Sent the keeper the other way. Yep, that's what everybody's done that pretty much at this point. Pretty much everybody's done that at this point. Jackson Reagan to take a shot against Steve Clark. Shot, goal. Hop, skip, jump, 3-3, 3-3. Like he just jumped up there and shot it. Like he didn't even run. Didn't feel like it. He just did a stutter, like a jump, crow hop step, and then hopped and took the shot. Houston, fourth penalty taker. No mistakes yet. Eric Svachenko. Now it's Eric Svachenko. Juan Soto's on. Eric Svachenko. Shot missed. Wide. Saved. Goes way wide. Three to 3-3. And he didn't even get a touch to it. He just went wide. Wide left. Finkel. Wide left, Finkel. Eric Svachenko breaks the deadlock if Seattle are to score here. That is a deadly mistake. That is a deadly miss. And it's Christian Roldan to make him pay. Roldan. Oh, top bins. 4-3, 4-3. That should be a problem. 4-3. Houston has to score to stay alive and then hope for a save. But Roldan takes it high. Luckily, that didn't go over the bar. He might have screwed that up. Luckily for him, didn't go over the bar. Eric Svachenko really messed up there. Daniel Steres, the man who knocked the LA Galaxy out of the first seed. Daniel Steres to keep them alive. Shot, goal. 4-4, 4-4. But Seattle for the win. Yeah, exactly. Steres. Top bins it, beats Fry. It's a tie game. If Seattle misses or gets saved, we go to sudden death. If Seattle scores, they get game one. It's that simple. And it's going to be Alex Roldan with the porn stash. Alex Roldan. The Ron Jeremy stash. Alex Roldan. Shot, goal, and he wins it. He wins game one. Brothers Roldan, put it away. 5-4. 5-4. Alex Roldan slots it home. Seattle takes game one. Not surprising, but a lot tougher than I expected. That would be... Hold on. Any MLS games on tomorrow? I'll be live for the Intercontinental Cup, Al-Ahly versus Al-Ain at 12. Probably. p.m., but that's a different tournament. I'll be live for both playoff games at 5:45 and 7:50. It's the same schedule as today, but you add the 12 o'clock on. But with that being said, we'll take a short break. Slots at home. We'll take a short break tomorrow, or we'll take a short break. Well, no. We'll have the video out, review for this matchup within the hour. Seattle wins 5-4 on penalties. We'll find some to talk about. I'll find some. With that being said, I'll see you later. If you like this video, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribe. Send some chats on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put us in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you within the hour for the review. Seattle gets the win, and we'll talk about it. I'm Ryan, and I'm out. Peace. See you.